way through mid-wicket. Might have enough on it to go to the boundary. Just wins the race.
The Sri Lankans move into the 70s with this shot. This was a half volley, and all he did was choose the gap and push it away. It's been quite noticeable that Jayasuriya in both the game against South Africa and this one has been quite subdued, and the tactics are quite obvious.
This is swung away, one bounce, 4 runs, backward a square.
Well, now the sluice gates are opening. They've seen off Waka Yunus from that side. Razak, only 19-year-old, is learning what it's like to bowl at a batsman of this class.
And he's obviously been told that you mustn't give Jayasuriya any width outside the off stump, so he's trying to concentrate his attack on Misgonna Fetch. Another shot, and this might be big enough for maximum. It is.
Well, there we go. He's just not able at this moment, Razak, to keep it on the perfect line and length, and you just can't do that to a man like Jayasuriya. This ball was short. It wasn't that bad, but wow, did it go for very fast and hard into that crowd there.
And this is smashed away through mid-wicket, and that's 4 more. 2 short.
Well, in limited overs cricket, you've really got to take your opportunities when they arise, and these Sri Lankans are very aware that it's the last over before the 15 overs are up, and that they are smashing away because of the limited number of fielders out of the circle. That one down the track, almost as though it was a spinner bowling, and he hit it beautifully. So he's looked very impressive here this morning.
So now the short fine leg has come up into a gully position, and that's what happens. It's 4 more runs down to fine leg.
But there's a tremendous lack of discipline among these Pakistan bowlers, one must say. At no stage have they bowled a line and length on or around about the off stump. Let the guy hit you over the offside. It's far more difficult to do that, but that was a gift.
Yes, this is very poor bowling. And poor Latif must be at absolute odds as to what he's going to do to keep it down to a single. Be more than a single, maybe. Oh, dreadful fielding. Well, symptomatic of the problems that Pakistan are having out there. Their fielding has been very, very poor indeed. And that is quite unforgivable.
Yeah, and this is the sort of thing that the Pakistanis can do.
Now 3 on the offside. So Kaluwitharana goes down the wicket and hammers rather well through the covers. Long run for the man out there in the sweeper position, and they can get 3, although it's going to be tight. In fact, I think this might be out. Well, that was a wonderful return there from Wazim in the deep. From Inzamam. I said a moment ago he's got a tremendous arm. He was slow to getting into it. That's why they took the 3rd, but he's got a tremendous arm, and I think that this is going to be out. Where's the batsman? There he arrives now. Oops, it's close, but I think he's got the bails off, and I think he'll have to go. Yes, no doubt about it. Wonderful throw from Inzamam, and the first wicket is down. And very good 50 indeed. I believe his innings should end in that way. Encouraged to take the 3rd because of Inzamam getting to the ball slowly, but then what a throw to run him out for 54. Sri Lanka available.
Well, he's missed it. No, he hasn't. He's nicked it. Umpire Ricky Cookson. Up comes the drilling left arm, and Jayasuriya is on his way. So Razak made up for a poor first over and captures a prize wicket with the first ball of his second.
Got a nick and caught behind.
Trying to get a wicket by having them go over the top as Ranatunga has there. good shot, he got hold of that. It's quite difficult to get right underneath the ball. But the Sri Lankan captain did.
Ranatunga coming down the wicket. Fine shot, well balanced, well over that mid-wicket boundary. And just one to wrap the over up. Just wonder whether Ranatunga was going to play that anyway, or he heard the call at the last minute. 197 for 2. 50. We'll see.
Really opened the face on that one and has finally got it over the rope for the ball. 50 for the Sri Lankan vice captain, Aravinda de Silva. Acknowledges the 58 occasions he's gone on to make hundreds. That's a good shot. Now, that's a great one-day cricket shot. He did everything in order to be able to...
Offside. And that's where he'll get his next run. In fact, it might be a couple, and it might even be 4. It was him diving and missing it. So, again, disappointing fielding by the Pakistanis. And it has cost them plenty of runs today. Their rather indifferent performance in the field.
Look how he's down the wicket. He knows there's no great pace in either the bowling or the pitch. Well, that was a forlorn effort by Wasim.
It's a bit of improvisation here, and it's going to go for 4 runs. Just whipping it over.
DPHS.
Oh, dear me, this is going to be 4 wides. It's going to be, but well, this is the 4th wide that he's bowled since he's come back for his second spell, Waka. But really, Rashid Latif, the wicketkeeper, hasn't exactly set the tone behind the stumps.
He really hasn't. This is not what the Pakistanis want to see from their captain, and immediately was an outcome. You could see just sitting down and watching this in despair.
This is a magnificent shot. Lots of bottom hand in it, but he hit it very, very ferociously through the covers.
Anything of that yet? We haven't, and all he's really trying to do.
Oh, that was a very dangerous ball indeed, and in the end Mahanama did wonderfully well. Not only to get some bat on it, but in fact in the end to get 4 runs down through the slip area.
And of course signalled no ball quite correctly by Danny Becker. This one definitely was waist high. We saw him being a little lenient earlier, but there was almost chest high. Brilliantly played.
It was. That's what we call an H to H. Hand to head.
Or a beamer in the old days. Not quite high enough for that, perhaps. For the innings.
This has gone high up into the air, and the cover man calls for it and takes it. Inzamam-ul-Haq gets underneath that. It was as easy a catch for Wasim Akram off his own bowling, but Azhar had his sights on it, and he called for it early, and so Wasim let him get on with it, and he took it rather well. So the end of a wonderful innings by the Sri Lankan captain, Arjuna Ranatunga.
Yes, he only batted for 82 balls for that 86, and he hit 5 balls.
And so he goes for 86 from just 82 balls, 5 fours and a 6, not a high proportion of boundaries. And Sri Lanka, Mahmood has to bowl the last over, and he's immediately hammered down to long off for a single, and they're going to go for a second, and a direct hit will see him just turn and run away to the pavilion. Umpire Danny Becker does not even have to involve the third umpire. The batsman knows he hadn't made it. It was a cheeky second run, but at this stage, with still wickets in hand, why not take the chance?
Oh yes, put the pressure on the fielders. They haven't done well all day. And we have a run out. Chandana leaves for 1.
Appeal for LBW. Try at the stumps, another run out. But suddenly the Pakistanis are throwing the stumps down from everywhere. Good work by Azam Mahmood there. They had to try and sneak another single as he once again went for the big shot, missed it, hit his pads, and Azam Mahmood turned to appeal and then saw that they were going to scamper the run, immediately concentrated more on getting the ball in his hand, which he does there, and he has his batsman not in the frame, and Mahela Jawadina run out for 6. And so the Sri Lankan innings in. A fine batting effort here by Sri Lanka. Ranatunga winning the toss and feeling that the wicket was conducive to a lot of runs, and certainly that's the way it's been.
It's a good shot. Now, has he timed it sweetly enough to get all the way to the fence? Yes, he has. The brand new ball will help that as well. Good shot. Smashed away again. Square the wicket. Great shot.
A fine shot from Anwar. Hitting over pitch, he gets onto very quickly. Lifting it over the short cover field. Square on the offside. Very strong square on the offside.
And now gets into the act and sees he's up. Oh, he smashed that. Goodness me. Over the MTN signs. 6 more to Ijaz.
What happens here?
There you go. Over the top. 6 again. Beautifully executed stroke there.
Well, the excellence of this stroke was the way he made a room to get himself the space to hit the 6. It's 89 for 2. You can see there that he got himself inside the line. He knew there was a man back on the onside, which is where the Silva wanted him to hit, and he didn't. He moves here inside and just locked it over that boundary. Remember, it's 6 or 7 meters smaller.
Now he does come down the wicket and hits a huge one. This could break the window here. Oh! Well, it's coming straight for us in the commentary box. In the firing line. And a huge 6 by Inzamam. Not quite sure where it landed in the end, because I'm... Butts in, goes to Ijaz, who swings it in the air. He might be caught. He is caught. Very good catch at backward square leg there, and Ijaz Ahmed has gone, and that is a very important wicket for Sri Lanka to pick up. Ever so dangerous, Ijaz Ahmed. He just didn't keep it down, or alternatively, he didn't loft it high enough over the head of the fielder down at backward square leg. See, down on one knee, and he made a reasonable connection, but not good enough. Ijaz. Caught by push by Kamara for 59 at faster than a runner ball, 55 balls, 3 fours and 4 towering 6s. Pakistan 3 for 126. Down the wicket, hit it high, over cover, and that's 6. Very good, it clears the crowd. Tremendous shot there. And this by Moin Khan, not Inzamam. What a fine cricket shot that was.
Moin Khan picked up the slide and come down the wicket quickly and lift it over extra cover for 6. That's a good cricket shot. That very few 6s are hit over extra cover.
Yeah, it's a very difficult place to find the very consistent.
He's given that a hit. And it's got through, yeah. I just had to wait for a moment because the outfield was a little slow, but he hit that really hard. And that takes the score through now at the end of the third.
Take the bails off.
Oh, that's a good shot. Absolutely straight. He doesn't move. He knows he's hit it hard enough. Up against the Standard Bank boardings.
From a Pakistani point of view, it's pleasing that Ijaz got into some good form today. Inzamam as well. Both players have been struggling on this tour. They're such key men in this Pakistani batting lineup.
goes to his half-century. Nicely played, but he's got to do more.
It's up to him if Pakistan want to win this match. He's their premier batsman.
Down the wicket, he's hit that Miles. Over the side screen. Might have landed in the big hole. Terrific shot.
That's huge. That would earn him a bus ticket into town. It's a superb shot. Straight drive. Strong man. Perfect timing.
Playing the reverse sweep, he should be caught, and is. Easy catch for Chaminda Vas. And Graham Pollock was talking about the frustration, and that's what brings about an attempt at a shot like that by Moin Khan. And an easy catch for Chaminda Vas at short third man. The way he played, it turned him into a short fine leg.
Attempted reverse sweep from Moin Khan, getting underneath it. Chaminda Vas, the man just behind, square on the offside, an easy catch for him.
It's with that man in that, and Moin Khan paying the penalty. Out for 34, but not a bad innings from 48 balls. Just the 1-6 that he hit over extra cover was a magnificent shot, and now Pakistan 212 for 4. Chandana, and meanwhile to Inzamam, opens his shoulders, coming towards us in the commentary box again, and just time, thank goodness, it's just below the commentary box window that it hits.
Another great shot from Inzamam down the wicket to Chandana. And hitting him straight, which is the right direction.
And he hits it. It's a good hit too. I think it might go for 6. Man was out there at long on trying to get round and make the catch, but he couldn't get there in time. And if he had him, I don't think he could have done much about that. Good flow by Mohammed Hussain.
Fine shot from Hussain, straight back over Chaminda Vas's head. He really collected that one well. Was a man in the deep, makes a great effort, but 6 vital runs.
And Hussain hammers. And he's picked the gap beautifully between the man at cover point on the boundary and long off. And that's 4 very, very good runs.
And certainly the shot playing with a turn, nobody at deep cover.
Wow, that's massive. That's all it takes to suddenly put it back to 7. Smashed it over long off. What a great shot. It takes Ul-Haq out. Wouldn't have been any good had they had the chat. Because the little dump is removed by Chaminda Vas with the perfect delivery.
Well, Mohammed Hussain has really done a fine job here. He's only made 20, but he made them in 18 balls, and he gave a lot of the strike to his senior partner, but that really was a first-class ball from Chaminda Vas. He's been punished today.
Mohammed Hussain, I referred to him just now as Wasim Akram. My apologies to both of you gentlemen. Out for 20, Pakistan 260 for 5. Well, here are the grins to Inzamam. Down the ground, he's hit that very hard through the mid-wicket area. It's away for 4 and 100 for Inzamam-ul-Haq. And what 100 it's been.
Absolutely scintillating. In only 101 balls, he's been out there 100.
That's up in the air. Long off comes in to get under it and does so. But importantly, Inzamam has crossed. As a Mahmood, not really getting it in the middle of the bat. And another wicket falls, and more drama unfolds.
Now, Robin has mentioned it before. As we watched the replay of Azam Mahmood's dismissal, he went...
He's hit that over mid-wicket. That'll go for 4. What a great start to the over for Pakistan. Just what was required.
Well, we know that that's where Wasim Akram likes to hit them. Right in that area. They moved the man from that area straight, and it was a mistake.
Slipped away past the man who's saving 1. No fine leg. 4 more. Poor delivery. We know what he was trying to do. We're not criticising him, trying to get it underneath him. Just got the direction slightly wrong. And he's bowling at someone who has 100 behind his name.
And 100 at a runner ball. This was slightly misdirected, but he was...
That's out of the ground. What a way to finish. The crowd roar on. The players run off. Sensational finish from Wasim Akram. And over to spare. Pakistan romp home against a huge total of 295 set by the world champions. And these are scenes we don't like to see out on the square at the moment.